morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is dark outside. I was going to say bright and early. It is not bright, it is still dark. It's just hit 7 o'clock and I am getting ready for my 10K. I'm here in London, hence different background, and yeah, it is so early and my brain hasn't woken up yet, but we are going over to Battersea Park this morning for it's called the Sri Chimnoy Autumn 10K or something, and it's a couple of laps, maybe 4 laps of the park, and fingers crossed it's flat. From what I remember of running around Battersea Park, it's flat. It did call itself a PB course, so we can hope. That is the goal for today, is a PB. But first of all, I'm gonna need to eat breakfast and then do my stretches, and then we'll be heading out the door. For breakfast, I'm having a bowl of granola and this banana. What I struggle with when I'm staying away from home is eating what I would usually eat when I'm at home, and obviously I had to come up from Bristol for this yesterday evening, which means having a dinner away from home, loads of travel, and like trying to find a breakfast that would work. So I'm very grateful for having that. And then I've got a coffee in the microwave because I had to get a coffee yesterday because I didn't know if I could get coffee here, and nowhere's open at this time on a Saturday. So I got a coffee in the microwave from yesterday, which is kind of gross, but also kind of necessary. Alright, I'm in Battersea Park, just trying to find the start now. Got half an hour until the race itself. I didn't want to arrive too early because it is so cold. So cold. I had this whole debate about whether I should wear shorts or leggings, but if I was doing a training session, I would be wearing leggings. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I am doing. Wearing the Saw ones again. I just think they're probably the best leggings I own right now, and I've got 2 layers on top as well, long sleeve stuff, so I will probably be taking those off and starting very cold, but I don't know. I'm such a coward when it comes to the cold. Like, the idea of pain from running is bad enough, the idea of pain from the cold makes it so much worse. I've done a couple of track sessions here before and brought you guys along to them too, and this is also the location of my first, I think, boxing fight. That was just in the centre of the park over there, which is where we are going, which is pretty cool. It's been a while since I've done boxing, but it's got some quite strong memories attached to it. Here we are. There's only 200 runners maximum in this race, so it's a nice and small one. And look, it says Sri Chimnoy Team Marathon. It's like my stupid early morning brain thought it said meat marathon. I was like, no, I've come to the wrong one. I'm such an idiot. Team, I can't read backwards, especially not this early in the morning. And the actual 10K is called, I think, Golden Leaf 10K, which makes sense because it is autumn, although it feels like winter. And there are some golden leaves, there you go. There are your golden leaves. Just gonna go and register, get my number and drop my bag and then warm up because it's freezing. Just doing a warm-up jog here with Ben. Ben runs Runna, the Runna App, which I have been chatting endlessly to you guys about, which is what I've been using to train for this. So joke's on Ben if this doesn't go well. It's not my fault at all. I'm joking, it will go well. Yeah, so we're just doing a jog up and down. It is really like close to the start now. I've been just faffing and putting off starting, but unfortunately with a race, like not like a time trial, you have to start when everyone else does. So we're just gonna have to get going soon. Just doing a little bit of a jog because I have not warmed up this morning, and then I'll be starting in my top, got my number on already, and just be chucking this to the side at the start so I don't get too cold. This is stressful. That's a lot of fast runners.
On your marks, go!
we're off 1 and 4 loops. So, already tired, done the first straight. Bodes well. So we've done 1 mile, just over. Did it in 6:44. Since I don't do miles, I have no idea what that means. But I'm hoping that's okay.
A little quick.
A little quick.
We've averaged 4:07 for the first kilometre.
Yeesh. This feels very fast.
4:12 average.
I'm not used to running this fast. Woo! Last lap. 2.5k to go. This is painful. But what did we expect?
Meters. God, that was amazing.
Oh my god. Oh, that was tough. I'm very pleased to have finished in a time of 42:40, which is a minute PB. I actually can't really believe it, but at the same time I was sort of hoping at one point for sub 42, and unfortunately I got a huge stitch like 3 miles in, less than 5k in, and I had to slow down because I couldn't get rid of it. And like my ultimate fear is entering a race like this and having to stop halfway through to like get rid of a stitch or go and vomit in a bush or something, which is exactly how I felt. And having done so few road races, I think it's a combination of being very nervous, having an earlier race time, and also eating a different breakfast too close to the race. And like I said this morning, that's one of the issues with traveling for a race and not having your usual stuff from home and all that kind of stuff. But it's all a learning experience, and my goal in this race was to get a personal best, so tick. My second goal was to get between 42 and 43 minutes, tick. And my third goal was basically just to get some speed work in for the last 9 weeks. And I say 9 weeks because I did a massive cock up and miscounted my weeks, and so entered this race for week 9 of my training rather than after 10 weeks, like an absolute twat. So I missed a week of training like an idiot, but I'm really happy with how it went. And I saw some friends here as well, and they got amazing times, one sub 40 and one just above 42, which I mean, both of those are just crazy fast. But as a trail runner, I'm very pleased with my time. I haven't done speed work in a very long time, and it's more than a minute off what I did in Bristol 10k, so I really can't complain with that. So yeah, a good morning well spent, I think. Now I'm gonna wrap up warm because it's actually really cold, but I'm glad I started in what I wore. At one point I was overheating quite a lot, but just took my gloves off, and I've got Raynaud's, so as soon as my hands cooled down, the rest of my body cooled right down as well. But I got also a 21 minute, just over 21 minute 5k for my second half, so it was a good old negative split. So all in all, a good day out.
This is bamboo. No, hello.
Come on, sit. Who's a good puppy? You're a good puppy. No, yes, you are. Wow, that was a tough old morning. I'm knackered. My legs especially are just absolutely knackered. It's funny, like, I genuinely feel like running a 50k would be easier than that. But having said that, I do feel like I am capable of more than what I just did, which I rarely feel when I do road races. I usually think I kind of gave it my all and absolutely couldn't do anything else. But with the stitch, I had to pull back for maybe like 4 kilometers, and like, granted, I didn't pull back by very much, but I still feel like I had a little bit left in the tank over those kilometers. That's not to say that I'm unhappy with how I did, and it bodes really well, but I feel like I could have done a little bit more than I did. So fingers crossed that in future I will be able to beat that time. So my Strava time was 42:20. My race time was 42:40, but there's no chip timing, so it was pretty slow off the start because I started pretty far back. But I'm going to go 42:40 to make it easier to beat next time, and also that makes it a nice round 1 minute personal best, which definitely no one can complain about. So least of all me after all that training. I will be going back to the trails soon. I'm so excited to get back to long distance running, but I might try a few sneaky road events here and there to kind of capitalize off my 9 weeks of speed training. I would love to be able to do a half marathon because I've never raced half marathon on the road before. And I would also, I don't know about the word love, but I would like to try another marathon at some point, having only done one road one as well and it not going particularly well. So those are sort of future goals. I've already got loads of events booked in the diary for April and May next year, and putting in a sneaky spring marathon might work quite well for those. So if you have any recommendations of ones that preferably are possible to get the train to from the UK, then let me know. Any good PB courses or friendly events. It definitely doesn't have to be a big event because I really like small ones. That was kind of perfect number of runners. That was 200 runners maximum, and that was ideal for me because otherwise I feel like, you know, there's so much faff at the beginning of the race, and you've got to get in your starting box, and by the time you've warmed up and then got in your starting box, it's like another 20 minutes or half an hour or an hour until you start the race, and by that point you're already cold again. So I like small races. So if you've got any cool races that you would recommend for half marathons or marathons, comment down below. This is also great proof of concept for the Runna app, which is what I've been using to train. I've mentioned it loads before, but just in case people haven't watched those videos, the Runna app is basically an automated coaching service, but it is completely personalized to your ability, your schedule, your goals. So that is what I used to get this 10k PB, and that is the whole point in this, is that basically, like, can an app replace a coach for certain people? And the answer is obviously yes. That's not to say that coaches are defunct, because they are absolutely not, but they are certainly unaffordable for some people. So this is a great option that is a lot more affordable and can still produce some really good results. So that's what I used for this race, and that is what I will use going forwards because I'm really happy with how it went. And it also allowed me to incorporate strength training as well, so you can like choose to add that in or not to add that in as you like. And so I incorporated like 2 physio sessions and strength training a week, which I think is good because now when I get back to the trails, I'm still going to be strong as well as a little bit faster than I was beforehand. If anyone wants to use the Runna app, I have a code which is Flora, and that will get you 2 weeks completely free, so you can test it out for yourself. Maybe you want to sign up for a 10k, maybe you have a marathon coming up and you want to see if this is the app that's going to work for you for training for that, and you can just use the code, and that way you can try it out before committing to an annual subscription or a monthly subscription or whatever it is. And hopefully some of you guys are already using that. In fact, I know you are, because I keep getting some really great messages on Instagram to say that you guys are loving it. So that really is so nice. And I'd also love to do a bit of a group challenge at some point using the app so that we can all train for something at the same time, because I really like the idea of having other people keep you motivated and committed to a certain goal, and knowing other people are going through the same pain that you are is a really good way of encouraging yourself to kind of keep with it and keep at it. Just to let you know, for the sake of transparency, I get £5 if you guys sign up. So it is good for both of us if you do sign up and if you enjoy it. But that's only if you go on to like actually pay for the subscription. The 2 weeks is completely free. Do with it as you like, and hopefully you guys will love it. But yeah, this was a great proof of concept for that. I'm actually really pleased that it worked out. That is it for this week's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. For you trail runners out there, thank you for sticking with me through the last 9 weeks of road running. It is certainly not my favorite thing to do, but I have to say the satisfaction of getting a personal best and knowing that I can run that fast, and hopefully a little faster is real. Like, there is a lot of satisfaction in that. So I'm gonna go and shower, and then I'm gonna head back to Bristol and have a nice relaxing afternoon. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. I'll be back to the trails, but also doing plenty of road work coming up. So if you have any suggestions, anything you'd like to see on the channel as well, just stick it in the comments and I will do my best. Thanks again, and I will see you next time. Bye.